Hey, Kyler. Cliff has built quite a reputation for working with some big name quarterbacks yourself, and obviously Baker and Mahomes included. How much credit do you give him for developing young quarterbacks?
I think the tree that he stems from, very quarterback friendly offense. Obviously, guys want to play for him. Him along with a lot of other coaches that stem from that type of offense. Quarterback friendly, real creative, puts up a lot of points. I think that's a testament to his coaching, his ability to connect with the quarterback and obviously coach him.
Hey, Kyler, what kind of influence has your dad had on you? And what kind of quarterback do you think you'd be if you didn't have him to work with as much as you've had?
Uh, I mean, like I've said it many times. He taught me how to play this game, taught me how to play the position. Um, I don't know where I'd be, to be honest. So.
Kyler, you talked after the game about not being quite as accurate as you wanted. As you look back, do you just chalk that up to the emotions of playing there and maybe being too amped up, or did you notice anything mechanical while watching the film?
Um, I think early there miscommunication, ball to hop, a lot of things tying to being accurate. Your feet, eyes, body, all types of stuff. And if your feet are messed up, that's going to lead to inaccurate balls. Being fatigued as far as running the ball and then coming back and throwing the ball. That's just something I got to work through and mentally, get over in the middle of the game. But no, I'm not worried about the accuracy. That was, obviously frustrated with myself because we could have been a lot better, could have put up more points. If I would have hit a couple guys on certain plays, but that's part of the game. You know, that's just what it is.
Next up, Kevin, Catherine, Mark.
Hey, Kyler, just as the game went on last week, when you kept handing it off to Kenyon and the running game was really getting going, did you notice anything that the Cowboys were doing, like moving more guys in the box? And do you think moving forward, you guys will benefit just off that tape where the running game's really starting to get going?
I think a lot of things had to tie into our success on the ground. I mean, with our type of offense, defense gets fatigued. Obviously we had two turnovers, so they're getting put back on the field. Back to back, that's obviously going to be tiring for a defense. And then the way we run our offense, that just kind of grinded on them. And then, second half came, and it was at that point, our old line started leaning on them. Kenyon was running great, along with the ability for me to pull the ball, and that just caused a lot of confusion. The eyes in the wrong place, and it was a successful day on the ground for us.
Kyler, with the two Seattle games last year being the most spaced apart out of any of the NFC West games, where do you think you developed the most between those games? And just looking back at them, what stands out?
Just being more comfortable in the pocket. That first game, obviously, wasn't what we wanted. And then we come back the second game. First half, when I was playing, I felt comfortable. I think we were moving the ball well. We were running the ball well. Really, we felt like we had everything, and then I go out with an injury, and then Brett, obviously came in and did the job. But I think as a team, as a whole, as an offense, we were just a lot more comfortable, and a lot more polished in what we were doing at the end of the season.
Hey, Kyler, good morning. On the Monday night broadcast, they made mention of DeAndre telling the Monday night crew that you're the first quarterback that's ever been able to, I think, yell at him, is what he said. And then we saw that you had tweeted kind of your appreciation for him, and he tweeted it back to you yesterday. How would you kind of characterize the dynamic of your relationship and just the competitiveness that the two of you kind of seem to share?
He says it to me all the time. He says, you want to be good or you want to be great. And that's basically what it comes down to. We both want to be great. I've dealt with I haven't dealt with him before, but just receivers in general, guys that want the ball, playing with some high caliber receivers before. Everybody they can tend to get frustrated at times. It is what it is. We're all in this just trying to win, trying to be great. And when those situations arise, I know how to deal with it. You know, I understand. He understands. There's never any hard feelings. You know, it's all love at the end of the day. That's my guy. But yeah, I mean, if that, you know, if yelling and fighting happens, it happens. But at the end of the day, we're on the same team, and it's just a thing that you see on the football field. Just, you know, trying to be great.
We'll wrap it up with the last four: Mike, Howard, Bob, Josh.
Kyler, over the last couple of games, you guys found, you know, taking some shots down the field. When Christian Kirk's on the field, it seems like more balance in the offense. You're spreading the ball around. What's it like having him out there?
Yeah, man. You know, great to have him on the field. You know, because he's a weapon for us when he is on the field. Obviously, you know, like you said, spreading the ball around. You know, when you got him on the field, along with Hop, along with Larry, Fitz, Andy, KD, Chase, you know, all of our guys. It's, you know, we got a lot of weapons, like I've said. And for me, it was good to get him going, you know, with the 2 touchdowns back at home for him. You know, I feel like Texas is a second home for him as well. And I'm happy for him because, you know, he just puts in a lot of work. He deserves it.
Kyler, what do you think has been the biggest factor of your guys' success scoring touchdowns in the red zone this season?
Practice, year 2, you know, everybody being more comfortable, attention to detail, all those things. You know, last year, like I said, we weren't, you know, we were kind of just learning it on the road, not as comfortable with everything. This year, you know, we've had plenty of time to see it through meetings, through Zoom, and then go out and run it, rep it, walk through it. You know, so when you get the reps in, it's hard to, you know, it's hard not to execute it. Obviously, you know, not executing happens like that, but for us, you know, we're a lot more comfortable in year 2 in the system. Everybody knows what to do, and I think that's just a recipe for success.
Kyler, along those same lines, red zone wise, you've obviously scored a lot from the 20 and in. How much is the mobility factor for you a confidence booster, knowing if you especially get down to the 10, that, you know, you can pretty much score whenever you see one opening?
Yeah, you know, I mean, my reads are my reads. You know, the defense has to account for my legs, as well as, you know, being able to throw the ball down there. So I think it just puts the defense in a bind. It's tough to deal with.
Hey, Kyler, what's it like seeing the dynamic with Budda when he's so nice and so polite and so kind off the field, but he has these ferocious hits on the field? What's it like watching it?
Yeah, Budda's a great player. You know, an enforcer. You know, one of those guys. You know, if he was on the other side of me, you just got to know where he's at all times, just because head's got to be on the swivel. He's always coming down, looking to hit something and bring, you know, bad intentions. So, you know, he's a leader of the defense, great captain, and you know, I'm glad he's on my team.